Hello everyone, and welcome to the moment you have all been waiting for. The culmination of months of preparation, weeks of exciting matches. It is the grand finals of the 2020 OSU World Cup. Today's match will be featuring defending champion, two-time defending champion, the United States, seeking to complete a record three-peat of the OSU Standard World Cup, taking on Team Germany, who have made their way into their first ever OWC Grand Final. The addition of White Cat to their team has taken them a level higher than they've ever made it before, but they have a stalwart opponent in front of them in the United States. Welcome to the booth, guys. I am this one guy, and I will be joined by Doland and Chillier Pair to bring you what is sure to be an exciting match. Hey, guys, I can't wait. How about you?
I am excited, pumped up, jazzed. Insert any adjective. I think everyone is ready. This is the match the world was waiting for, and now we have it.
This is the culmination, as you said, of everything else in the tournament that we have seen thus far. We've seen a United States-Germany matchup once, and we're running it back again after that semifinals matchup. Germany looking for redemption. The redemption arc starts now, and they're going to look to take the United States down.
And Germany put on a clinic yesterday against Canada. They looked surgical in that 7-0 defeat. They want it badly, and I think they come into this match as prepared as anyone can be to face off against the United States, who have, of course, historically been the strongest team in this tournament for now 3 years running. I am fascinated to see what we end up getting in terms of strategy. I am excited to see some incredible performances that we're sure to have here today. And man, this is like no further ado type of stuff here, because they are getting right into the bans immediately.
Yeah, they are getting straight down to business here. We see Germany banning out Hidden 2, while the United States will take away Nomad 1 and DT2. Germany now on their second ban, which will be Nomad 6.
Understandable bans here for both teams. United States banning out the basic mechanics and maps that are a little bit more straightforward. Germany looking really nice and consistent on all of that yesterday. Germany dropping out those awkward hidden gimmick nomad awkward maps, basically, is the only way I can describe them. But the United States has been looking so good on those more niche skill sets lately that both of these teams know exactly what they have to do coming into this match. They've done the preparation. They know how the other team works. They have the experience, and they are putting that all forward at the beginning here. And we're going to wait for the first pick, which goes to Germany.
Yeah,
it's going to be Hard Rock 1.
I was going to say, I'm expecting it to be Hard Rock 1 because you know the mechanics are going to come in from Germany, because that is, of course, what they are known for. And so they are just going to go straight into Hard Rock 1. They played it yesterday. It was the closest map of that match. It was about 3,000 points. They won Hard Rock 1 against Canada. So it's a closely fought match, but I think the best option kind of on the table, because against the United States, you just can't pick skill cap maps. You have to pick mechanics maps, because they crush everyone on anything that's even approaching gimmick or niche skill sets. So something like this is, I think, a good starting point for this match.
And also, another thing that we probably should point out this match, I feel like nerves are going to impact these teams much more than they would, considering for many players in this lobby, not only is it their first World Cup, it's their first Grand Final as well.
And so there's a lot of the new players in here that we have to keep our eyes out for as well. The United States running with 4 players that are new on their roster here. Germany also running with 4 new players. So about half the rosters here have that experience. Germany, as you mentioned, not quite making it to grand finals. This is their first time getting above 3rd place in OWC. But both teams here have been running really strong with those replacement players, especially the United States, who people expected to kind of take a bit of a dip this year, have really stepped up to the plate, and those new players have made a massive difference.
And we already see the starting rosters in the lobby. It looks like these are the 8 players we're going to get for the opening of this grand final. BTMC with Baxi, Kablaze, Swaggy Swagster, Hello Watcher, Whitecat, Okinamo, and Dustus. This lobby is stacked.
And this is, we said the United States bringing in all these new players. There are 3 new members on the team in the roster for the first map of the grand finals. Meanwhile, Germany kind of keeping that core 4, 3 members who've been on the team year after year in Hello Watcher, Okinamo, Dust Ice. Meanwhile, Whitecat, of course, the new addition this year. He's in pretty much everything. And so, no surprise to see him on this, but a very different sort of approach in terms of roster for these teams. But going to be watching everyone on this. This is huge.
This is it. Weeks and months of preparation and tournament play all lead down to this moment. For the last time in the 2020 calendar year for the World Cup cycle, we will start a match. The grand finals is underway.
And Swaggy Swagster misses the first 30 notes of the map.
It is not underway the way he liked it, but this is one of those very lengthy maps. I mean, it's over 4 minutes long. It's a lot of consistent difficulty. And I think, those nerves might end up playing a factor with the map this long. If you build up some big combos, you already see a couple early breaks from new members on USA, Troll and on Rectagon, both having a little trouble in that intro. Germany, that small little early lead. I'm very curious to see Germany's mental in this match because we know they struggled with it in their previous match against the United States where they lost 6-0. So if they're able to get that under control and play the way they did yesterday, they're going to have a shot here today, I think, at making things a lot more interesting.
Okinamo is going to find the first miss for Germany there, bringing the U.S. a little back into it.
It's going to be a big miss as well. BTMC and Swaggy Swagster had early misses, but Kablaze trading it out is going to be a big one here. You see BTMC shaking a little bit more than usual, but he is holding it. Oh, but he doesn't hold it. Just as I say that, the miss comes out from BTMC. And Dust Ice trade back.
Yeah, break of his own. And there goes Okinamo again. So it is Hello Watcher Whitecat against Baxi and Swaggy Swagster.
When Hallow does go down, though, in that flurry of trades there, so that will favor the U.S. Baxi and Swaggy Swagster now only have to contend with Whitecat.
Mind you, less act as well.
We're only a third of the way in. There's a ton of map left to go, but the longer Baxi and Mr. Swagster are able to hold on to those big combos, the better it's going to be for the United States. If Whitecat breaks, then it starts to be, dire straits for Germany.
Whitecat looked really, really good on this map yesterday. It was the top scorer for Team Germany, I believe. But look at Swaggy Swagster down at the bottom right corner of the United States, 99.56, halfway through the map, unrelenting on any of this. His aim is exactly where it needs to be, the new addition to the Team United States, and it certainly was a good one as Dust Ice finds a break to trade Kablaze.
Yeah, but one thing we got to watch out for as these combos do start to get bigger. Oh, there's some big misses from the U.S. Swaggy Swagster and BTMC going down. And now it's Whitecat against Baxi, but Germany has the supporting combos from Hello Watcher and Okinamo.
This is coming close.
This would be so huge for Germany to get off on it with a good start here, get a little bit of momentum under their belts, at least a first map win here. Okinamo and Hello Watcher just holding combo behind Whitecat, and they're going to bring this lead back. I believe they're going to take the lead over here shortly. You do have a fair amount of difficult jumps coming up shortly, but for now, it's going to be Germany in the advantage.
Yeah, it's going to come up to this final quarter of the map for Germany. They have the advantage. Can they hold it?
It all comes down to Whitecat and Baxi. I think Hello Watcher and Okinamo are putting up the great supporting combos, but either of these FCs dropping with a quarter of the map left leaves so much room. The United States has supporting combos on all 3 other players right now, but BTMC does drop it, but Okinamo trades and Hello Watcher breaks as well. This is big.
Yeah, that's going to favor the U.S. now as we head into this final quarter of the map, but Whitecat does go down! It's only Baxi, and he's got the time and combo to overturn this deficit, but he goes down!
It's just all on Kablaze, Swaggy, Swagster, and Dust Ice now, but the United States does have that combo advantage. Those 2 big combos can bring this back slowly but surely in the ending. Watch Dust Ice, watch Rectagon, watch Kablaze. Kablaze does break. It's basically a 1v1 Rectagon versus Dust Ice. It's all on those 2.
Germany trying to hold on to their opening pick. This is massive for them. They need this. They've got the advantage.
Swaggy Swagster has the accuracy, but Dust Dice has the combo.
Whitecat breaks. There's a little bit of combo lead. There is
Okinamo's down, and the US flip it! And the break! Can they keep it?
The United States holding Swaggy Swagster.
Dust Dice
breaks.
Okinamo's and Hallow's down, and that'll do it!
From Germany.
Clutch break point from the United States. Germany just could not hold on.
What an ending. That map is amazing. The last 200 combo are just so difficult and so back and forth. And the United States, just by the skin of their teeth, eke out the break point. My goodness, you could not start off the match in a more exciting fashion.
That was absolutely insane. Swaggy Swagster really putting the work in there. 99.43. That accuracy makes a whole world of difference for Team United States here, along with Vaxay's combo just barely clinging on to that 30 combo over Whitecat.
And the US will fire with their pick. It's going to be Nomad 3, Dishonor.
And they're saying, we're going to switch the skill set up about as much as possible. They're going to go from the raw aim hard rock into the alt, kind of snap aim alt focused Nomad pick. They're going to take the match into their own hands if they can here, I think. You know that they had a pretty close fight against Germany on the alt map in the semifinals, but this is going to be a much more USA favored type of map than the hard rock one was. I think this is going to be a place that they can maybe feel a little more comfortable, and it's not, maybe for them, they're hoping it's not going to come down to the last seconds again.
Yeah. If that map was a sign of how this match might go, boys, I think we're in for a long match.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a while. The United States, you got to remember, they have gone through the majority of this tournament with some pretty uncontested matches, and most of the points have been pretty far as well. So Germany starting off the grand finals match with a 60,000 score difference, where the United States also knows a lot of Germany's scores. They have an MP link to go off of to check all of that. So the United States got to watch themselves here. Hopefully Germany doesn't get into their heads too much. The United States normally a very strong mental team. They do not feign at all when it comes to morale here. So they are going to be looking to hold on to this as long as they can.
We also need to keep in mind we have a lot of substitutions here. The United States making 3 substitutions, keeping Vaxay but bringing in Fiery, Fancy Lad, and Aryu. Germany will just bring in Smarty, the only substitution there.
Yeah, this is the type of thing that United States has I think, a more tested roster for. You know, Fiery, Fancy, and Aryu, all tournament veterans, all OWC veterans except for Fancy. But Fancy's been such a stalwart in the tournament scene anyway. I think, you know, players who are a little more comfortable, on this sort of stage, you know, here in the grand finals. So maybe a little more comfort here. As we get
underway, though, we want to thank the 13,000 plus of you who have tuned in for this grand final.
This viewership is crazy already, and we're already seeing several breaks in this intro. Fiery and Fancy Lad, Whitecat, Dust Dice, Smarty all going down for Germany. So it is Okinamo solo against Vaxay and Aryu. Only a couple hundred combo in, but this is not a long match.
Big drops there.
Only about 2 minutes.
That's a triple miss from Germany, and Whitecat only at 130 combo. They're really not building much of anything in the US now, running away with Fiery and Fancy Lad. But Aryu and Vaxay do find the misses.
It's going to be close. Into the beginning here. Almost halfway through the map. There's not a ton of combo left. This is only 2 minutes.
Yeah, this one can go in a hurry on you if you're not careful, if somebody's able to keep combo while there's break. But there are misses a lot of places. You see Fancy Lad, another break.
Ooh, Fiery!
Though, that big combo is gone now for him too. Germany combo advantage here. We'll see if they can bring this back. How long can they hold on? They've got three pretty decent sized combos. The United States only 2, and now it only
they're trading, but Whitecat, that's big.
Oh, that's a 3-way reset for Germany. Whitecat, Dust Dice, Okinamo all broke. It's Smarty versus Vaxay.
And now Smarty goes down.
Smarty as well.
And now once again, there is none for Germany. Vaxay, the only one with a massive combo, but he's doing the damage right now on the score line.
Yeah, the United States had the score lead before, and Vaxay is just trying to widen it again. Germany tried bringing something back, but now with the United States holding combos all around Vaxay here, you're really running out of time as Smarty finds the break on the wrong side here for Germany. This is the United States' pick. Not surprising. Vaxay does break at the end, but unfortunately not enough time. 300,000 score lead, and Germany just doesn't have the combo on this last slider.
Vaxay will come away with the MVP. 600,000 points for him on this one. The United States lead it 2-0.
Whitecat not too far behind, 536k on that. Very solid score from him as well. that was another case of Germany having the opportunities to bring it back. You know, they had some combo lead, and then they just found a reset. The little bit of extra consistency for the United States really pays dividends on maps like that, where you can find breaks all over the place, and they just always seem to have one combo at least left alive, able to maintain that lead the whole way through.
Yeah, that's the scary thing that I've noticed about Germany for most of the tournament is on their good days, what makes them so just terrifying is they can at any moment just start rebuilding combo even after a triple reset and come back in the second half of the map.
And just the consistency that really shows through for Team Germany. They're ready for these late stage map pulls, and I think you know, when you come in with the new lineup, there is a lot of questions, but a lot of these players on Germany, the tried and true lineup for them really paying off for these close first few points here. 60,000 difference on their pick, and only a 240,000 score difference on the United States' pick, which is not a large margin from what we've seen in previous US matches versus other teams. So Germany's already giving us the show that we're looking for, and into the Hard Rock too. They're really going to stick with this precision here.
And, you know, they picked Hard Rock 2 the previous time these teams faced off, and of course the USA won that match in a sweep, so any pick that Germany had, they lost. But it was a pretty closely contested one on the Hard Rock 2 there as well. So this one, a little bit different stylistically. This Hard Rock 2, you know, another precision aim CS 6.5 pick, but a little more aim focused, whereas the previous one, I think, had some more flow aim and kind of finger control aspects to it. So it is a precision aim map, and it is something that Germany has proven to be very strong on. But I think both these teams will do well on maps like this, so I think we're in for another hard-fought battle.
Very difficult start for both of these teams here, understandably. The grand finals, everything hangs in the balance here. This is the time where Germany can show off exactly what they've been trying to the entire tournament. They had a very rough start at the beginning, got forced down to the losers bracket by the United States, and fought their way back valiantly, absolutely rolling through a few teams to get back here and saying, no, we don't belong in the losers bracket. We should be back here against you again, and we're going to make it even closer than you expect it to be.
If Germany wants their revenge, they're going to have to get rolling soon, though, because this is the grand finals, and they did come out of the losers bracket, which means they need 2 victories over the United States to claim the world title.
You're going to have a difficult time with that one.
Yeah, just the mental aspect of trying to win 2 best of 13s against a team like the United States has got to be difficult to face. And if, especially, you know, I mean, if they can't win this pick, which is another short one, only 2.5 minutes long, the United States, if they are able to take a 3-0 double break point lead, things start to get a little dicey. So Germany definitely want to get rolling here, and they've got a roster that is more than capable of doing it. So as we get into this one, this is a pick that I think Germany almost can consider a must-win, even though we're only a couple maps into it, because the momentum will start to shift pretty heavily in the United States' favor if they don't.
It's now or never. I know it's very early, but on a grand finals pool with maps this difficult, and to be perfectly honest, when Germany starts exhausting the mechanics maps that they are so good at, they are going to inevitably run out of very confident picks, or rather picks that the United States is not equally or not more confident on. So I think it now is important.
But Germany just have to remember that they're not out of this fight just yet. Being down 2-0 is unfortunate, but there's still plenty of time for them to run it back. And we did see White Cat and Hallow Watcher just pop off against Canada. So we know they can deliver on a pool like this.
All eyes on Hallow Watcher. Smarty had a great performance on the previous map. We didn't see him in the finals match versus Canada at all, but we are seeing him in the grand finals as Vaxay finds the first break.
And Fiery, White Cat, and Dust Ice will follow it up, so 2 misses apiece. Blaze and Rectagon Swaggy Swagster, that's 4 misses for the United States.
It's Hallow Watcher now.
Smarty with the under aim, so it's just Hallow Watcher now left with the combo for Germany.
And folks, this map is really short.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost halfway through already. I almost feel like, you know, we're seeing the kind of thing that happened with Vaxay last week, where he just wasn't quite there for those early maps. Got it going later on, but I mean, he's top scorer of the 2 picks for the USA, but, you know, not looking like the unstoppable monster that we're used to seeing. But so far, Hallow Watcher is that guy, holding a very impressive 99.7 ACFC. But another break from White Cat comes in.
Big break.
And then, oh my, that's everyone. That's Kablaze and Dust Ice is the only combos left across the board. And now Dust Ice is gone too.
Just Kablaze.
Blaze does drop, though. And that means Germany's going to retain the advantage they've built. And now it's going to be pretty difficult for the U.S. to overturn this. They're going to have to get to work, and they're really going to need some misses from Germany to make it happen.
Ooh, Hollow Watcher finds another break, but trades Swaggy Swagster. It's a full combo reset for both teams here. Everybody sub 100 combo except for White Cat right now. Accuracy in the favor of Germany, the only player, Dust Ice, but Swaggy Swagster with lower accuracy. Is that Fiery Rage and Dust Ice trade another break out? This is in Germany's favor very heavily right now. Combo advantage for neither team. And as the map comes to a close here, these final 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Germany takes this. This is, I mean...
Yeah, Hollow Watcher really did enough damage early on to put this out of reach.
Oh, that big double break from the United States and White Cat's combo is enough at the end. And Germany get themselves on the board 2-1 early. This is the start that I think they are looking for. Unfortunate break point to start it off, but they are certainly not letting it deter them.
Yeah, Hollow Watcher stepping up there brilliantly in a big way for his team.
Yeah, that 620k score was exactly what Germany needed. Best score in the map by about 90,000 points, which doesn't sound like much, but when the margin of victory is only 172k, it ends up being meaningful. USA, as ever, coming in with a very quick response in the double time number 4 pick is going to be adieu to this lively graveyard, which is the very strange DT pick. I think sums it up.
Yeah, we mentioned the United States being really good at these awkward gimmick aim type maps, and they're going to prove it to us with the double time 4 here. We know quite a few of their players are very seasoned in this. You have I'm a Fancy Lad, you have Airyu, you have Fiery Rage, and of course Vaxei, the all-knowing and all-powerful who can play everything. But you also have Team Germany here with some ridiculously strong ult and speed players that have been showing up today. So, you know, this could be more of a contested pick, although the United States certainly from experience favored in something of this site.
This one, I think this is a very good USA pick here. This is like the sort of thing that's right up their alley. But we've seen, I think, maybe a little bit of underperformance so far from a lot of players so far in this match, in those first 3 maps. So we'll see if they can kind of settle down a little bit here. Maybe a little nerves coming into play.
The United States have been picking fairly quick after all of Germany's maps and even their own, which, you know, could lead us to believe that the United States kind of has a set pick order, that they're just kind of like starting with pick number 1 and running down the line. I can't imagine. I mean, you know, they're a very well prepared team, so they could just be going off of it. But I imagine once Germany starts taking more malleable, but into double time 4. Roster changes all across the board here. We see Umbre for Germany come in.
And Vaxei going to get a little bit of a head start on us all.
Obviously, he needs that space.
The double time bug is coming in strong once again. We'll get into this eventually here after we get through a little bit of the intro and things kind of sort themselves out. But
yeah.
Not as of yet.
Not quite. Fancy Fiery and Dust Ice all with early breaks. Not entirely sure if they're real. Okinamo does as well. And goodness, this is not fixing itself.
This is not a bug. This is more than a bug at this point.
This is real
life.
Not
a bug.
There we go. There we go.
We're back. Ooh, triple break from everyone there. And Okinamo, 3 for Germany.
Okinamo with Dust Ice. Yeah, it's just White Cat with combo. United States can try to run away with this. This is a little bit longer than... No, it's not. It's a little bit shorter. It's a 2-minute map. So, just need to hold on a little bit longer for the USA, and they're going to establish a big lead.
Yeah, Fire the only one with a miss there for the US, really holding them back. But Vaxei, Fancy Lad, and Airyu putting in the work. White Cat doing his best, but his teammates struggling a little bit here as Okinamo finds another miss.
Justice Umbre and Okinamo, so that is a 3-way reset. White Cat acquitting himself very well despite the lower accuracy, but Vaxei Fancy Lad Airyu just going on a tear here for the USA. Vaxei finally does break, but it's traded with White Cat. I think that's going to pretty much end the map despite only being just a little past halfway through.
Yeah, and there's White Cat's break. That's definitely going to end it there. Airyu and Fancy Lad with the accuracy as well, going to be doing all of the work for the United States here. Airyu finally breaks, but Fancy Lad, the captain of the United States, pulling his team through here.
Yeah, quarter of the map left, and that score bar is firmly planted on the left-hand side of the screen, and they are running away with it.
Fancy Lad breaks aside. United States has built up a substantial lead for themselves on Airyu and Fancy Lad. both 650k plus scores, insanely impressive accuracy as well, above 98. Fancy Lad almost at 99. So those two for the United States. Vaxay's starting to build something up but as Airyu breaks, it doesn't matter at the ending as Okinamo trades.
This was just a really good pick for the United States. This is the type of map that I think they were always going to be favored on against this Germany roster. Just several players who were very, very good at those older style DT maps. And they showed that 900,000 point victory. And that's a 3-1 lead.
800,000 from Fancy Lad.
That is insane. Impressive accuracy from Vaxay as well. 8-100s, just the misses holding him back. 7 on Umbre, actually. Amazing for him from Team Germany. Airyu, a fantastic backing score for Fancy Lad for the entire map after Vaxay broke and brought it back at the ending there. So the dynamic duo for the United States running it in. And Germany picking as fast as the United States on this next one. Double time 1, really sticking to those mechanics maps here. Germany...
Yeah, we'll see Neox check in for Germany.
This is, as you said, this is the mechanics DT pick. It's the longest of the DT maps, or just about the longest of the DT maps, and it is very much that kind of consistent aim combined with some speed requirement, 250 BPM, of course, AR 10.3, so brings in a lot of skill sets that Germany once again will, I think, feel pretty good about, but we've seen how good the USA can be on these double time #1 picks in previous rounds. They've played a couple of them and done quite solidly. So every pick just feels super contested in this matchup, and I think this one's really no exception. Germany very good at the skill set. United States also very strong.
So far, only that one double time pick from the United States, and they put up almost 3 million team score on it. Granted, complete opposite in terms of map style here. You had the awkward aim style map, and now you're going into the AR 10.3 aim DT. So a little bit of a different area here, and one that Germany notably specializes in more so.
So we're going to get into the 5th round of this grand final.
White Cat going to be taking a little bit of a break, letting his team hold him up, and then he'll join us. Now we have it.
USA with the kind of tried and true DT1 roster, bringing in Fire Rage and Rectagon joining Vaxay Fancy Lad. We said Neox joining the Okinamo Dust Ice White Cat squad. This is...
Ooh, Swaggy Swagster will find the first drop there for the US.
This is the type of map that can be very close, and it can also be very one-sided, just depending on how people are feeling on, kind of the aim-based DTs. So far, Germany with that one combo advantage.
Ooh, White Cat, the player that we did not expect. Yeah, a lot of players that we could see breaking on a map like this. White Cat, not entirely sure if we expected him to be the first, but Dust Ice will be bringing up another miss, as it's only Swaggy Swagster for the United States who continues to hold
fiery.
Now this makes it a little more interesting.
Yeah, this kind of prevents the US from running away with it now.
And if we think back to their match previously, they played Ikenai Borderline was the DT #1 back in the semifinals. White Cat found an early break and ended up having the best accuracy, I believe, of anyone in the lobby. Just had one early miss and FC'd the rest. So we'll see if he can pull that off again. I know he's more than capable of doing it. That combo is going to be important as he tries to build back up.
Swaggy Swagster looking really, really good after that initial break here. However, White Cat and Dust Ice both recovering. White Cat above 99% still. And it really is on Neox versus Vaxay here. Okinamo and Fancy Lad trading, but Okinamo breaks not the side that Germany wanted on their pick here. And the United States is really going to bring some score to their side now.
Yeah, Germany's going to need to see a miss from the US pretty quickly to stop that bleeding, or it's going to get ugly really fast as we're getting into the final third of the map.
And it needs to be on one of those two FCs. And it is. It's Fancy Lad finds the break, but Dust Ice trades it. So still going to be the United States in the advantage with that Vaxay FC, and Rectagon nearly, still at 750 combo, doing quite well for himself. So they're going to feel all right as long as Vaxay holds on. It's going to be Vaxay versus Neox with the FCs through this big jump section.
Both of them hold it.
Wow.
They really need the break from Vaxay here if Germany wants anything to happen. He's not letting up, but Swaggy Swagster finds a break. That could be pretty big. The score lead's going to go back over towards Germany a little bit.
Vaxay's down. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Neox is still FCing.
Here they come. Fancy Lad is down.
The United States is falling apart in the last couple seconds of the map. There is time for Germany.
There's a small window of opportunity for Germany. Fiery does go down as well. That's going to complete the quad miss. Germany now will storm back in it. Neox leading the charge with White Cat. And Germany will pull through on their second point.
Neox,
Massive!
brand new, the new player for Germany, coming alive in the grand finals with a 99.2% FC, almost into the United
Neox
States.
coming in clutch, 1.1 million points, and Germany are still in this World Cup grand final, ladies and gentlemen.
This was an absolutely insane pick from Germany. They almost let that slip away from them. A lot of very early breaks from Germany, and the United States kind of letting it up just a little bit in the end. They held it as long as they could, but that triple into a quad break at the end of the map there just gave Germany that little bit of wiggle room that they needed, and Neox capitalizing on that at the end, being backed up by Whitecat with that massive combo. United States going back to the Nomad for a pick that we expected to see from them, I would assume, and they're going to look to keep themselves in the lead here, although Germany still looking good.
And this is something that I think Germany can do really well on. These picks feel very frightening, I think, for pretty much anyone involved, because we've seen what Whitecat is capable of on some of these Nomad 4s. We've seen what Dust Ice and Okinamo can do. Nothing feels very assured at this point with Germany playing as well as they are on those last two picks. So, you know, United States, as you said before, kind of feeling like they're just going down the list and checking off their maps in order that they want to have played. But as well as Germany is playing, nothing feels like a sure thing, and with some kind of unusual misses. You know, you're not used to seeing Vaxay miss on stuff like that. You're not used to seeing Fancy Lad miss on stuff like that. Things get a little more tight here. 3-2 the lead as we go into map number 6.
Yep, round number 6 onto Fluctuation.
This is a big one. This really goes to show how difficult this pool is, even for players of this caliber. Just to see, you know, some of these players that you would never expect to see this many breaks out of, really putting up insane scores, but just, you know, the FCs do not come out in a pool like this very often. Dust Ice with a very early slider break, but it's certainly not in yet. There goes Fiery Rage to trade it immediately as we get into the big sections of the map here. Only 2 minutes.
Yeah, this map is fairly short, only 2 minutes. It can blaze fire with a double miss. Dustus and Okinama will trade it, so it's Smarty and Whitecat against Vaxay and Fancy Lad.
But Smarty finds a break, and Fancy Lad and Vaxay hold onto it. It's just Whitecat versus the United States right now. This is the type of map that Fancy Lad absolutely eats up. And there goes Vaxay.
Down.
Fancy Lad still not giving anything, and a massive backing combo from Fiery Rage and Kablaze.
And you see another break from Smarty as well, another slider break from him, so a little bit of that backing combo gone for Germany. Whitecat is holding on, and there is a lot of time left if Fancy Lad were to find a break, but it's going to be very, very much in the USA's favor as those combos continue to hold. Vaxay's still struggling a little bit, another break, but there's a double reset, triple reset. Smarty, Okinamo, Dust Ice, all gone for Germany. They have no backing combo at all now.
Yeah, this would have been very good for Germany if Whitecat held and he had at least one teammate to back him up right now. But with Fancy Lad completely matching Whitecat, actually besting him on accuracy, and Fire Rage and Kablaze absolutely unrelenting after their early breaks, really bringing it in here. Okinamo does find another break.
Yeah, Germany are going to need the US to kind of fall apart here fairly quickly as we're getting into the last third of the map. There's not going to be enough time to overturn that score gap if the lead continues to grow.
The ending of this is very, very difficult, though. It is unrelenting as a map, but Germany is not seeing the breaks out of the United States that they need, despite the fact that Whitecat is holding on. Smarty is building up. But there goes Whitecat. That is probably going to seal it now, despite the break from Blaze. Fancy Lad still holding that FC and Fiery with a huge combo.
Yeah, the question
just key.
Will Fancy Lad do the thing into the end of the map here? Hits the big slider section. Oh my goodness, wait a second. Fancy Lad hitting all the double back and forth. He's going for it. Fancy Lad is not letting anything up into the end of the map.
He saw Neox. He saw Neox FC and says, I want one too. The captain of the US roster. No, he won't!
That last little wiggle is so tricky. I've seen a couple people break there in practice, and Fancy suffers the same fate. But what a score from him, man. 845,000, just the one miss. 1,200 combo, besting everyone else in the lobby by at least 300. A remarkable carry performance from him as a top scorer by nearly 300,000 points. The United States really needed that after they struggled a little bit on the preceding map. Keep that advantage alive, 4-2. And the instant pick again from Germany. This one is being a just speed run by both of these teams. Nomad 5 immediately coming in.
This is something that Germany has to keep their eye out for this map now. They really need to look towards those stream players on this No Mod 5. We saw it in the show match immediately before this with Mr. Arison putting up an insane carry performance as a United States player in the show match. So the United States got a lot to live up to. They got someone that is not on their roster that didn't try out this year that put up an insane score here. So they got something to live up to. Germany has been looking really good on the speed picks today. However, United States and Apraxia. This is the trump card right here. They save him for maps like this. And when you see Apraxia in for a speed map, you start to shake.
I'm a little biased because, you know, my man Apraxia from the Lone Star State, fellow Texan, this man can do some insane things. And when you see Apraxia step in, it gets real. BTMC also coming in for his second play of the match, the stream player we know him to be.
Yeah, this is like kind of the reason Apraxia is on the team is for maps like this one. You know, kind of one of the premier, like, super experienced tournament speed players from the USA. And, you know, despite kind of stepping down from that captain role this year, he is still on the team and he is still very, very good at these types of maps. So, you know, a very obvious kind of pick for Germany. You expect them to pick maps like this, but one that, again, United States will be able to contend with a very strong speed roster themselves.
Yeah, definitely. Germany, though, they've been doing really well. They haven't let the U.S. completely run away with this match. Still 4-2. They're just a break point away from getting right back in it. We see Neox back in with Rising for Germany.
Whitecat not in for the first time for Team Germany here on the Stamina stream map here. However, Germany definitely has the roster to back themselves up as a team on these speed maps. Your Rising has looked insanely good on Stamina maps for the entirety of this tournament here. Is going to be massive for Germany if he's able to hold combo and Dust Ice. The tried and true, you know, I can double S any stream map that I want player.
I also want to look at Vaxe a little bit, and this is weird to say, but, you know, much like the start of the match last week, he is underperforming just a little bit by his standards. Then he got back into it in that match about halfway through, so we're going to see if he can do the same thing here today and start to go back to being that super carry. As we see the first break coming out, it is from Rising on the Germany side. USA small advantage here.
Does find a miss aim. It isn't really a miss on a stream. And BTMC's cursor is not looking as healthy as I've ever seen it. Look, Apraxia finds a break, though. The break not coming from the player that we see. BTMC still holding the streams, even with the shakes. This is like Wolf shakes here. He's ready, though.
Yeah, he tends to shake a little more than most stream players from what I've seen, but it is a little concerning. But he's keeping up the combo, and that's good news for his team as Okanamo goes down and finds a miss.
Still in 3 FCs to 2. Yeah, and like you said, BTMC, like, is a player that somehow manages to combo with shakes, and I don't know how he does it. It's a remarkable skill. But as we get to the halfway point, I was gonna say it might come to bite him eventually, and there it is.
The aim on this
Apraxia really again goes down. Germany now in the lead halfway through.
The accuracy on Germany is insane as well. Dust Ice, we mentioned him before. He misses by halfway. No!
Oh, that's a heartbreaking miss right as Germany gets the lead at the break.
That is exactly the thing that you cannot see at the halfway point of the map, especially before a pause and a couple slower sliders here. But Swaggy swipes her slider breaks!
Oh, that's such an awkward slider break. Just got caught out by it.
That's such a blunder!
And that's going to keep Germany in it. Corner of the map left. They've got the advantage. The US are at their mercy, and once again, look who it is, folks. Neox.
Came in and carried them on DT1 and looking to do the same thing on this No Mod 5 pick here. It's Neox versus Vaxe once again, and he won that battle last time. We see another break from Dust Ice, but the big backing combo is there from Rising and Okanamo. It is all eyes on Neox, all eyes on Vaxe. Which one of them will hold out the longest, and will either of them blink here? So far, neither of them is.
Look at these supporting combos here from Germany coming out of Rising and Okanamo. Formidable supporting combos. They're getting there for the US, though, with Apraxia, Swaggy Swagster, and BTMC. So this is a very dangerous situation. We see Vaxe or Neos miss, and there goes Vaxe! And that's going to seal it at the end. Germany.
They're in the third. Germany are running with this 4-3. United States, Germany is keeping them on the edge of their seat here as Neox, the only FC, brings it
That's 2 FCs from Neox, back-to-back,
Rising and Okinawa.
in grand finals.
Rising, Okinawa, and Dust Ice with massive supporting combos. And Dust Ice and Rising, 99.65 and 99.44. That accuracy is crazy.
Yeah, Dustis, he sort of kind of went under the radar because after he first broke, he kind of struggled, but he kept this accuracy up, which really paid dividends.
Again, instant pick, United States going to free mod 2. So they're going to pick the lower AR, smaller circle size free mod here. Again, trying to take Germany out of their comfort zone because Germany so far on the maps that they are picking are just looking so strong. So United States has to do whatever they can to avoid those types of picks. You know, you wonder how long it can keep up for Germany, how many more of those maps are in their favor in this match. The United States saying this is not one of those picks. This is one that I think USA is going to feel very good about. But facing,
I think free mod though present.
It's kind of this opposition.
This free mod though does kind of present that opportunity for Germany to play around with the mods, and we've seen how good they can be. So it might favor the US, but Germany has just put up brilliant performances this match.
Yeah, Germany, you know, you might see a little bit of overmod. You might see a couple hard rocks on that side. You obviously only required one hidden one hard rock per team, but if it's something that makes the map more comfortable, we know Germany's very good with the precision aim. So having a couple extra players on that circle size 6.5 hard rock, not as bad. But United States has always looked, I think, to free mods as very good picks for them because they have those carry performers who can go in and put up great scores and let their mod players do their best. So everything feels very tense, you know, and I think this roster is one for the USA that's going to be very good on this, but Germany likewise very strong on every type of pick.
You got to be very careful because Germany did let up that early break point against the United States, giving them that one pick advantage here. So even if Germany was able to take all of their picks for the rest of the match, the United States would still have match point opportunity, a full map early. So if Germany isn't able to take a break pointer here, it's going to be very difficult as the United States has looked absolutely dominant on their own picks.
And here come the mods. We did see the US not over-modding. Fiery with the hard rock, Ariu on hidden, and for Germany it's going to be Okinawa with hidden. Halo Watcher taking up the hard rock role.
Pretty expected mods from both teams here. Okinawa's been taking hidden the entire tournament, and Halo Watcher's really showed up in this late stage hard rock here. Ariu, the resident hidden god for the United States here in Fiery Rage. Generally the hard rock man for the team as well. Both of them performing well, and Fancy Lad and Vaxay with those combos.
That's a very early miss from White Cat there on the no mod.
Ooh, but Okinawa as well. That's going to be double break for Germany already. I'm going to say if you break on these early sections of the map, it doesn't give you too much hope. The map doesn't get any easier than it does at the beginning of the map here. Fiery Rage finds the first break for the United States on that hard rock, but Okinawa continues to trade it back.
Yeah, so it's a slight advantage for the US at this point.
Ooh, it's going to start to grow, though, as Okinawa really can't hold a combo with this hidden here, as Ariu looking insanely comfortable with that double S still.
Umbre is playing very well, though, with the no mod right now for Germany. High accuracy from him. Halo Watcher also doing very well on hard rock.
This one's staying really close when you've got the 3 FCs for the United States, but 2 FCs in a big combo for Germany, and Fire Rage with another break. Oh, but there goes Okinawa. Another one of those FCs gone, and a big reset from White Cat, who was building his combo.
And Umbre goes down as well.
And Fancy Lad, though, at the same time, did find a break. However, that is worse for Germany. Okay, it's Vaxay versus Halo Watcher, Hard Rock versus No Mod.
Halo Watcher's got the mod advantage.
Yeah, I was about to say that. He does have that mod advantage. You see that score bar. It's slowly being pulled over to the right-hand side.
You got to be careful.
Plenty of time.
Very careful. Halo Watcher has much more break potential, I believe, with Hard Rock.
Oh, and there it is.
And there it is.
And right as you say that, more break moves, but a break comes back from Ariu, but Vaxay unopposed, the only FC left. However, there is a decent amount of combo, despite the Umbre miss. White Cat and Okinawa both trying to build back up. But as long as Vaxay holds on,
this is over for them.
It's going to be in a decent spot.
Yeah, the Fancy Lad putting up a great supporting combo as well. Vaxay looking too strong, though, with a quarter of the map left to go. And unfortunately for Germany, there's really not enough score left to go around for them to bring this back. Less than a quarter here as they continue trading breaks.
Yeah, even if Vaxay were to break, their supporting combos really just aren't there to put them in a shot to win it. The US, think have done enough.
And this is finally kind of the Vaxay we're used to seeing, where he comes in and puts up these top score performances. Fancy Lad with a great supporting score as well. Aryu acquitting himself very well in Hidden 2. This is not an easy hidden map by any means, so I think this is a little bit more what you would expect out of the United States. A little bit better performance, despite that late break from Aryu. Vaxay looking like he will, in fact, pull off the FC.
And he will.
He has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, Vaxay is here.
Yes.
He is prepared at long last.
And it is now the match. 5-3 United States. They are 2 points away from capturing the first standard three-peat World Cup title.
You got to be very careful at this point if you're Germany, because once you get Vaxay starting to play like the way he can, there's really no stopping him. And with Fancy Lad only on a slider break for that as well, there was potential for that pick to be much less close than it actually was. Hallowatcher, the only one that was really able to compete with the United States players with that Hard Rock modification. And the rest of Team Germany, they're really not liking that low AR on any mod combination besides that Hard Rock there. So they have to be careful. They did ban out Hidden 2, but there is still a couple of free mods and hidden picks left here in Germany. Probably going to have to look back towards Nomad. I know they kind of want to avoid the Nomad 2 pick here, but they have looked good on streams. The United States, however, really not a team that you can confidently pick that in, even if you're Germany.
Yeah, I think as we see a slower pick for the first time, this starts to be the point in the match where those really strong picks for Germany have kind of been exhausted. You mentioned Nomad 2, that might be something that they can go with, but, you know, DT1 gone, DT2 gone, DT4
Hard
gone,
Rock
and they're going to
3.
stay in Hard Rock. So they're going to end up picking all 3 Hard Rock maps. Another small circle size Hard Rock as well, 6.11, so some more precision aim. Germany feasting on that mod previously with Hard Rock 2 victory. Let's see if they can keep things going in the Hard Rock pool.
I want to say this is a good pick for Germany because of the low CS win they had on Hard Rock 2. However, with the style of map that we're seeing here, we've seen Aryu, Fancy Lad, and Vaxay all perform to the highest level that we generally see them on some of these more tech-styled picks here, and especially when you throw Hard Rock on, it doesn't affect them too much. And Fiery Rage, also known for being pretty good at this style of map, he did take the Hard Rock, although he will be subbing out, it looks like, for Kablaze, an understandable substitution.
I actually really like this pick, though, from Germany. I think it presents a decent opportunity for them to actually get another point here. You consider multiple factors. Hallow actually did have a pretty good performance on that last free mod up until he missed. He had a pretty decent combo. And this map is only 2 minutes and 12 seconds long, so if the US do find misses, there will be an opportunity for Germany to come back and take this.
And there are a lot of places you can find breaks on a map like this. You know, it has some slider streams, very easy to miss on those. It has some cut streams, very easy to miss on those as well. Some very tricky patterns, especially when you add in that kind of precision factor of the circles being so small in this. So, you know, Germany's strength, it's going to play toward their strength of the precision aim, but it's going to, I think, play to the United States' strength a little bit as well, of just being able to combo incredibly well on the very tricky, more, you know, less mechanical and more, you know, kind of cursor control type of picks. So there are strengths in this map for both teams and weaknesses in this map for both teams. So I think it's a decent Germany pick, but it's one that, compared to like a Nomad 5, I think Germany or the United States are relatively maybe a little stronger on.
Well, here we go. Heading into the 9th round.
And I think there are probably people who didn't expect this match to go this many maps. Considering what happened in
definitely.
the semifinals and the finals, the USA was putting on some dominant shows, but the Germany roster showing up today, you know, 3 points already on the board and a very good chance at a 4th here.
Yeah, they had a great losers bracket performance, and they're really continuing it into the winners bracket here. United States, by a decent amount, the hardest team that they will face in this tournament here, and they're putting up showing early break. This is a short map too.
Yeah, Smarty, Kablaze, and Fancy Lad. Fancy Lad finding another one, so now Germany going to start to run away with it. Look at that score bar just take off there.
That's a big break there. Fancy Lad, very uncharacteristic to find 2 breaks at the beginning here. Kablaze only finding the 1, starting to recover just a little bit on the combo, but there's not much of a difference. Smarty found a very early slider break, so Germany's not in the clear yet. Vaxay and Aryu have been looking insanely strong, rising. Slider
and Hallow go down.
Germany's falling
And Smarty
apart
goes down
already.
as well. It's just White Cat left against Vaxe, Aryu,
Oh, Vaxe
and
goes down,
Kablaze.
though! Right before the lead can flip over, Vaxe goes down, so it's Aryu and White Cat, and now it's all on these supporting combos.
This is the White Cat
Kablaze with
show
a
right now.
300 combo behind them might be a difference maker here if she can hold on to that
It's
combo.
going back.
It's all on Kablaze and Aryu right now. Both of those massive combos for the United States. Aryu's completely offsetting White Cat, and nobody on Germany really has anything, but Vaxe finds a break. That's going to give them the opportunity. Rising
White
trade
Cat
to
goes
White Cat
down.
break. They need Aryu to find a break if they want a chance at this, but he's looking
And there it
so
is!
strong.
There's the break from Aryu.
This is a
Kablaze
chance
though,
Kablaze,
550 combo and Fancy Lad 350 combo. That is outdoing Hello Watcher and Smarty, but Fancy Lad finds a
Fancy
break.
Lag goes
It's
down.
just Kablaze. Kablaze for the United States is holding on. The score lead goes in the favor of the United
It's
States.
Kablaze. Kablaze goes down. Smarty and
break.
Hallow now. It's all on Smarty and Hallow. Quarter of the map
close.
left.
Hello Watcher, the best hard rock player for Germany, finds a break. It's just on Smarty, the new blood for Germany here. He's going to hold it into the finish here. There's no combos in the United States besides Aryu.
But the accuracy.
I don't know if it's going to be enough.
preventing it
Smarty's
from
got a
flipping.
lot of combo, but I don't know. It's going to be so close into
Aryu
descending.
breaks.
Every miss from the US helps. Aryu
Aryu
breaking
find a double
again.
break. It's going to be enough. Germany's
Germany.
Are they going to
We'll
hold it?
take
Smarty
it.
has the FC into the ending. Smarty cannot find a break into the ending of the map here.
Hallow
He's going to
goes
hold it.
down.
Hello Watcher breaks.
Smarty
holds.
gets it.
It's
He
Smarty.
holds. Look at that.
Look at that 10K, 12K.
12,000 points and Smarty with the biggest FC of the tournament for him.
Full combo from Smarty with 2 misses.
Full combo, full combo.
The biggest carry combo for him
Full
though.
combo.
Yeah.
The biggest combo by a lot.
700,000 points. I mean, the best score in the lobby by a pretty big margin, man. Germany is just choosing someone to carry. It was Neox a couple times. Now it's Smarty. These new players putting in work, and they have another point on the board. This thing is still only 1 map apart. USA with another instant pick, but man, Germany
and now
is
they're
just not going
starting
away.
to put the pressure on the Americans here, because now if Germany find a break point, they are right back in this match.
The United States been finding a lot of breaks on these more difficult mechanic style maps here. That was a different one for Germany there. They've really been sticking to those standard aim and streams there, but that was a little bit more awkward, and Smarty stepped up to the plate when the rest of his team needed him, and it was time there. But the United States gonna really run with this hidden. They know they're strong with it. They looked so good on the free mod, and they know Germany banned out that hidden too, so they are really looking confident on a map like this. We've seen all the players on the United States performing very, very well on hidden, and we haven't really had a chance to see Kablaze hidden in a while for the United States, but she has been a massive addition in the hidden mod pool, especially after the United States lost Toy and Tony from the roster. She has been the addition that they needed to kind of back that up, and Germany kind of struggling to put together a roster for the first time on this map here. Pressure's on.
And also, once again, it's another very short map, 2 minutes and 15 seconds long. So if the US are able to hold for a majority of this map, things will be looking good.
The United States going to try and force that match point here. They're 1 point away on their own pick, but Germany, they're so close. They can taste tiebreaker. They're one of their picks and 1 break point away, but when you're Germany and you're going up against a team as strong as the United States, what is the morale like right now? What is your mindset when you're thinking, okay, we can do this, we can get to tiebreaker, but we need to take one of their points in order to do it? What goes through your head when that is the situation?
I think they just have to literally just keep fighting. Just never give up and just keep playing. I think they know that they're capable of it. And I think Germany is capable of it with how the US has been playing today. They've been playing well, but we have seen some consistency issues. So Germany definitely is a team that can take advantage of something like that.
We've really honestly seen consistency issues on both sides. There's a lot of players that I would argue are somewhat underperforming. You get some carry performances here and there, but I think both teams have a little bit of potential they can still reach on some of these maps, and we haven't necessarily seen the best out of all 16 players as of this point. So we're still waiting, I think, on just what they're capable of on some of these awkward picks that are remaining. As you guys said, not a lot of mechanics left in this pool. Things are going to be very tricky here on these last 2 picks. We do get the very early miss from Hallow Watcher.
Having a lot of trouble here.
This is, I think, a USA favored pick. Just a stronger hidden team overall than Germany is. Okinama with an early break as well. Those 2 early combos
Umbre goes down as well.
Yeah, So Germany kind of putting up the classic, this is kind of just what they are as a team. They don't have as much of a hidden lineup as other teams. And, to be perfectly honest, that's fine for them because they more than make up for it in other areas. But when you're against a team like the United States, they really capitalize on that. What the United States has, the 4 that can almost come in and 4-way FC a map at the beginning like this, even through the hard sections here. Fancy Light finds the first break, but it doesn't matter. There's still 3 FCs running.
Okinamo, Umbre both breaking that section. Hallow Watcher following up shortly after. Still a 3-way full combo for the United States. Already a 300,000 point lead. This is just
we're
not going well
through.
For Germany.
And Kablaze will be the second miss, but Vaxi and Aryu still holding the FCs. And guys, it's a short map, like we mentioned. We're already halfway through, and look at that score advantage. It's going to be almost impossible for Germany to flip that. They're going to need misses. Wait, there's a miss from Vaxi, though.
Aryu's
so
still holding.
Aryu versus Whitecap, but the score lead is there for the United States. They've built up a pretty massive gap, and there's not a huge amount of map left. Already down to the last third.
Ooh, and Whitecat.
And Whitecat is gone. That might just seal it already, to be honest, because there's just not the supporting combo for Germany to try and bring this one back.
Yeah, they have no momentum.
400,000 score difference, and there's really no combos on the side of Germany. And Aryu's really not looking like he's going to stop anytime soon, hitting this ladder section there. Okay, Aryu's gonna do it to him.
Aryu is going Aryu mode, man. He is so good at hidden. He is so good at some of this awkward aim.
He wants to join the FC party.
He really is about to do it here. Aryu gonna be the newest addition, question mark, to the FC team. Right now, holding through the last couple wiggles here. Big jumps into the ending. Is Aryu gonna know this is the wiggle? That's such a hard pattern to hit.
Just like Fancy Lad, he comes up a little bit short, but a brilliant score nonetheless will put the United States up 6-4, and at match point.
That was what the United States needed, a pick like that where they could just feel completely in control of the map the entire way through. Your mental gets just a little bit stronger when that sort of thing happens. You win by 883,000 points. You take that match point advantage 6-4. Like, USA is now 1 point away.
I think Aryu's a little excited, guys.
He is pumped full of testosterone. Let's go.
Substance. All right, let's go, Aryu. He is ready.
And we
I need to point out.
Yeah, I think we both saw it at the same time.
20,000 viewers.
This is
at the end of that last map.
This is the biggest we've gotten since Tiebreaker Furioso Melodia.
20,000 viewers. We want to thank each and every single one of you for tuning in, and you're a part of Osu history at this point.
This is it right here. Custom Tiebreaker. Fantastic running through the rest of this tournament. We've had some insane matches, and it all comes down to this match right here. Germany really still looking to give the United States that tiebreaker run that we're all looking for here.
As our referee Yassi just mentioned, I wanted to put this question to you guys. Do you think we're going to see some timeouts come into play here? Germany, remember, both teams have that tactical 2-minute timeout. We might see that come out from Germany here.
I could see Germany doing it. I mean, they're, again, taking some time on this pick. They don't have a lot left to choose from. They are 1 point away from being eliminated. This is, the time that you take that tactical timeout, if you're going to at all, to try and settle those nerves and figure out the best possible option to try and go one more map. But it's not going to be.
It's
going to be the
3-mod-3.
This is a surprising one from Team Germany here on that. It didn't look amazing on the mods. However, this is a completely different free mod here. No low AR, way higher BPM. This is, to be honest, kind of a... I kind of got blindsided by this pick here whenever they just threw this out here. This was not exactly what I expected.
I like it, though, because I think it's similar to their Hard Rock 3 pick. You notice that they're picking short maps?
They're really trying to rely on those breaks from the United States. We've seen a lot of early breaks from the U.S. as well, and I think that's where that short length comes in here. However, if you catch the United States on a single pick that they're confident on that's this short, it can also mean your imminent doom. So Germany has to be very careful, and I guarantee you this must be like their trump card or something.
Yeah,
they must have.
This is the go big or go home moment. This is and I like it. I think you kind of have to play like this. They need to win 3 in a row to essentially force a second game in grand finals.
They need to win. United States is pick no less, and the United States has absolutely given them zero wiggle room on their own picks. Germany has been able to win all of their own from that first one that they led up by only 60k. And goodness, I hope Germany aren't going to be kicking themselves if that 60k means the difference between them and tiebreaker here. But yeah, they need this.
We kind of alluded to it at the start of the match when it happened, but that was a massive break point.
Yeah, because every team has won every single pick of their own since literally the first map of the match. So the United States just has rolled onward with that kind of in their back pocket the whole way. And now, well, for Germany, it's all going to come down to this. This could be their last pick of the tournament here. And it was one that they won yesterday against Canada. It's a map that is, I think, well within their wheelhouse. Very strong on these higher BPM picks, very strong on aim. So I think this is probably the best of the remaining picks for them. But only time will tell. 2 minutes 15 seconds away from either forcing the United States into their last pick or the United States winning the whole thing.
This all comes down.
It could be history. But Germany, we've seen them down by 3 in this very same instance in the quarterfinals last year against Romania. And they were able to run it back. They're going to need to channel some of that energy and do it here. Chat, if you're behind Germany, give them your energy.
They are going to need it. The United States, to be perfectly honest, kind of need it too right now. Germany's been really looking strong on their own picks, so there is, in all likelihood, a chance that Germany takes this very heavily, but they need some massive performance here. Whitecat with a very early break, not giving us the start that Germany needs here, but Kablaze trades.
And Kablaze is the hidden mod, so that's going to help. But Dustus is going to follow it up. The Hard Rock miss for Germany there. So the U.S. early lead.
And once again, the U.S. running with their patented strategy, putting their probable 2 top carry performers on the no mod. Seeing breaks from the modded players, though. Swaggy, Swagster, Kablaze, both with the early misses. So it's Vaxe, Fancy Lad taking on Okinamo Umbre, but the combo advantage in favor of Whitecat with the very early miss on Germany's side. They'll take the lead back by a small margin.
This is where Germany need to be. They need to keep themselves at least within distance to strike near the end of the map.
They have to be careful. Okinamo on that hidden right here. Hidden, but Swaggy Spikester finds a big break for them. Okinamo with the FC drops, though. That's really big for them. The United States basically has 3 FCs. Kablaze is only about 80 combo behind the other 2 FCs for the United States. And Vaxe looking insanely strong, only dropping 100
Fancy Lad.
Fancy Lad, that could be really big for the United States here. Germany holds.
Yeah, Germany, that score bar is flying to the right now. Fancy Lad with another miss. It's Dust Ice, Whitecat, and Umbre doing the work. Vaxe and Kablaze trying, but they have no support from Swaggy Swagster or Fancy Lad.
There's still half the map left. There's so much time, but Umbre giving us the performance that we really haven't seen from him yet, exactly when he needs to right now on the Nomad. Dust Ice and Whitecat with massive backing combos. It's Vaxe and Kablaze versus 3 Germany players right now. Okinamo's holding off Fancy Lad into the streams here. A quarter of the map left. Kablaze breaks. This is big.
And Germany, it looks as if they're going to hang in there and take another point. And stay alive.
Okinamo
and Umbre.
It's just Whitecat versus
Dust Ice. Wait a minute, Dust Ice.
It's Whitecat versus Vaxe. There's backing combo for the United States. They have Rectagon and Fancy Lad. No, Fancy Lad's gone. But if Vaxe and Swaggy Swagster can hold on, another 2 breaks from Dust Ice and Umbre. There might just be enough time.
Whitecat has to hold on. They need to see a break from the United States.
It's all on Whitecat.
It's the last couple of seconds of the map.
And Whitecat,
it's flying, it's going slowly, but not fast enough.
Whitecat's gonna do it. The lead's not going back. Whitecat holds on for Germany. The number 1 player in the world brings Germany to the victory when they need it.
63,000 points, dude.
Germany.
Whitecat.
And instantly the U.S. will fire Hidden 1 as their final pick of this first game of the Grand Finals. Either this will be a break point for Germany and we go to tiebreak, or the U.S. are world champions right here.
Hidden 1.
Critical cannonball time.
This is a United States level pick to close this match here. It is awkward. It has hidden. It's long. It is everything that the United States is looking for in a final pick of this match. And Germany need to shut them down here. The United States has been unrelenting on hidden, on the free mods, and Germany has to get this now. United States won Germany's first pick of the match by 60,000 points, and Germany has to respond to that now, or it is all over.
Well, Backs against the wall, Germany now are going to have to dig deep and deliver the hidden performance of their lives to send this to tiebreak.
Goodness, this is...
these are the kinds of moments that Osu players dream of being in the World Cup. These are the kind of moments when legends are born. Let's see if Germany can rise up to the occasion here.
I'm not gonna lie. If there was any song that we wanted to hear before tiebreaker, before the end, this is probably it. This is gonna be the map to end the tournament before tiebreaker or to end it all. This is the last stand
and here
for
it
Germany.
Is. The MP start command put in by Yazzie, our referee. And that means we're going to be getting underway very soon.
The final rosters for both teams, Eru, Vaxe, I'm a Fancy Lad, and Kablaze for the United States facing off against Whitecat, Okinamo, Hallowatcher, and Umbre to end it all here. This is the end of the line for these two teams.
United States, this is the only chance that they get to close this out on their own pick, so this has to be a good one for them. Germany have been able to hold on so far, but this is a different kind of beast entirely.
They're going to have to dig real deep here, and so far everyone holding quite well through the opening section.
A little bit of an act lead for Germany here, but that is basically it. There is no breaks at the beginning here, which is both good and bad for both of these teams. The pressure is on, and as the map continues, less and less combo to make a recovery, so the early breaks or any break can be big as we come into the Ki here.
Yeah, already almost a quarter of the way through it. Kablaze will find the first miss. That's pretty big. Germany now with some room. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Can they make it? Aryu's down.
Wait a second. Hallowatcher's the only break for Germany. United States has two. We're a quarter of the way into the map. I know it's a little bit early, but still, this is not something that the United States can have on their closing pick.
There's light. They can see the light.
They have a three-way FC still intact. It's just all going to be on how long Whitecat, Okinamo, and Umbre can hold on, and whether Vaxe and Fancy Lad can continue their FCs to keep USA in touch. But Germany just not letting up on their own.
Fancy Lad goes down, and it seems all but inevitable.
Eru finds a break as well. They're almost halfway into the map. Okinamo finally breaks, but Umbre and Whitecat are still holding. Could we see another Whitecat versus Vaxe 1v1 into the end here? As long as Umbre holds, Germany takes this.
Yeah, and halfway through, even though Hallowatcher finds that drop, it's not going to make much of a difference. Misses coming in from the US side. Whitecat and Umbre just need to hold on a little longer to put this out of reach.
It's just Kablaze and Vaxe right now. Kablaze has the accuracy, and they need to see a double break from Germany if they want this to happen. It's 230,000 on the score, and we're halfway past the map point now.
Yeah, the US are going to need something, anything from Germany. Whitecat and Umbre are just doing the Lord's work right now.
This could be it. This is what Germany needs.
Umbre goes down. Whitecat and Vaxe. It's the 1v1. Vaxe's down.
Vaxe breaks. It's going to be Whitecat to hold. The #1 player in the world is bringing it again.
Whitecat.
There's nothing left.
Strutting.
Whitecat is doing what he
finally breaks, but Okinamo holds along with Hallowatcher. There's 1,000 combined combo on Germany to only 300 on the United States. Both double break from Germany.
And there's, I don't think there's enough time for the US to build combo here. Look at that score difference. As long as Germany can at least maintain and hold some sort of combo,
there's no time.
They've done enough.
They've done plenty.
We're going to tiebreak.
And Umbre, we're going to see a tiebreaker. United States reigning champions have run almost undefeated, and Germany coming undefeated from the losers bracket is going to drag them to tiebreaker, taking the break point by a significant amount here.
Wow. Germany digging deep, doing the work that need to be done. They pull out a legendary moment, forcing tiebreaker in game 1.
This is the point that we have been waiting for the entire tournament. I know, and nobody can deny it, that the entirety of this tournament, on Reddit, in chat, in servers, everybody has been saying that the United States is going to be an inevitable stop in grand finals. Well, who is laughing now? Germany is. That's who's laughing, because they have taken the #1 seeded team, the undefeated champions for the past 2 years, to tiebreaker on their own pick. Germany on Uparts going to try and force this.
2018 vibes, anyone?
I can feel it right now. The United States has to win this tiebreaker. Otherwise, there is an entire other match ahead of us.
We should probably clarify this for the chat now. So this is a double elimination tournament. The United States have not lost yet, meaning that if Germany win this tiebreak, there will be a game 2 shortly after. If the United States win, they are the world champions.
Man, this is it. This is the time I wonder.
You know how I said I talked about those legendary moments? Well, Germany have now just set themselves up for another even bigger legendary moment.
Oh my.
And I'm going to be honest here, but this is almost a Germany-favored tiebreaker. We've seen a lot of talk about how much speed is required in this tiebreaker. Well, what does Germany have in their skill set? Speed, and lots of it. This is the chance that they needed to maybe take this to that reset match. I don't know. Genuinely don't know if the United States can match them on this skill set. The way that these two teams are playing, Germany feels like they have every advantage going into this TV.
It almost feels like a complete toss-up at this point.
This is really, like, Germany has looked so good on all of the mechanic stuff in this match here today. However, the United States has been amazing on all of the really weird alt and gimmick picks, and the speed has been going to both teams on either side. There is absolutely no way of telling who is going to bring this one home right now. You have both teams with what I assume are the final lineups. You have Swaggy Swagster for the United States, Vaxe, I'm a Fancy Lad, and Kablaze. For Team Germany, Rising, Okinamo, White Cat, and Dust Ice. The 4 tried and true players for both teams, bringing it into the final 7 minutes of this match. Camellia, this one's for you.
Yes, we get to see the custom song made exclusively for this tournament, for this grand finals, actually being played in the actual grand final. What more could you ask for, chat?
The 7-minute Camellia special. That's what we can ask for now.
And there's the start command from Yazzie, the official. This tiebreaker's about to get underway. Here we go.
This is
23,000 viewers. We thank you once again. And let's get into the tiebreak, guys.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I feel like everyone is on the edge of their seat here. I cannot even imagine what is going through the minds of these players right now. These specific 4. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I can't even imagine what's going through the minds of the players that are not playing this right now. That's probably even more stressful.
It's probably worse.
That's probably worse.
But here we go. 6 minutes and 40 seconds long, this tiebreaker.
The United States has the security of a match reset after this. Germany has that in the back of their head that they have to win this, and you have to wonder if the nerves are going to take effect here. This is the point where we see those big players.
Very early miss, but plenty of time in this tiebreak game.
This is a map that it's just so tough to get great scores on, but we're seeing some of the best players in the world here. So
wait, Okinamo HD. Wait a second. Okinamo HD.
He's a hidden player. I'm not going to question that too much because Okinamo we know loves his hidden.
I won't question
it. Members on that team.
I love it.
That's Chad as hell. That is it.
He is going big or going home.
Oh, this is it right here into the first big alt section, into the Ki. The space stream comes out, nobody breaks, and here we go. This is the big part. Here we get into the start of the map. Here, Fancy Lad finds the break. That's an early
Okinamo though trades it right back.
Yeah. So Germany's still with a slight advantage.
Fancy Lad continues trading along here though. Okinamo does have that hidden advantage though, so even though his accuracy is not holding up as much, the combo and the hidden is gonna be big.
Yeah, but he does find another miss, so if he can build up that combo, it'll definitely come into effect later.
There goes White Cat. There's another FC gone. It's Rising Dust Ice against Vaxe Rectagon with Kablaze on that backing combo. Fancy Lad building up a little bit ahead of Okinamo. The United States is going to bring this lead back. There goes Dust Ice as well. Another FC
Rising
gone.
Is down as well.
There's no FCs left. There's no combo left on Germany. How big of an advantage can the United States make out of this with how long this map is?
Vaxe
there goes Vaxe. What?
All right, so it's Swaggy, Swagster, and Kablaze right now. We're a quarter way through the map, which means we're only about 2 minutes and 20 seconds in here. vv828 continuing to find breaks, but all of Germany not being able to hold there on Rising and Dust Ice. It's Swaggy, Swagster, Kablaze, and Fancy Lad versus Okinamo and Whitecat with a significant...
Oh, Swaggy, Swagster goes down.
The only FC gone, it's just Kablaze.
Not the end of the world. Kablaze has Fancy Lad backing her up. 500, 600 combo from Fancy Lad. We've kind of ignored that a little bit, but he is built up from the early breaks. So they do have the matching combos for Germany.
The Germans are slowly building their combos back up to make a challenge here in the second half, but those double misses from Rising and Okinamo are not going to help them out here. Fancy Lad will go down. It's Kablaze. Triple miss from the United States.
Halfway miss.
Whitecat holds. He's got 600.
He's got a massive combo. We're only halfway through the map. There is more than 3.5 minutes left in this map, and Whitecat is no combos left.
Whitecat is gone. There's no combos anywhere. The biggest combos are at about 150, 200 combo. Fancy Lad over 200. Dust Ice with a slow slider break, and Whitecat with another miss.
Germany.
And that's a 4-way break. That's a complete reset. And now there goes the US.
There goes Rising and there goes Kablaze. It's vv828 and Fancy Lad. No, just vv828.
The former number of vv828 breaks. Nobody can hold combo.
There's an 8-way reset. There is no combo on anyone.
It's just Fancy Lad. Fancy Lad's holding through the slider section here. This is big for the United States. That's the only combo, and it's going to increase their lead. The United States, with about 110,000 score lead right now, is absolutely massive on a pick like this. 110,000 score is huge on a map this long.
Yeah, but it's still not completely out of reach, though things are looking bleak for the Germans with that miss from Whitecat there. We do see Fancy Lad, Swaggy, Swagster, and vv828 building the combos.
There goes a break from Rising, kind of in this slow section. A break from Rectagon. Swaggy, Swagster does find that miss, but vv828, Fancy Lad, Kablaze, all building up combo. Okinamo with a sneaky almost 300 combo. There's a little bit of room to work with. We've still got a lot of map to go, only about just past halfway through.
The United States.
Okinamo, though, with a break. It's Whitecat and Dust Ice against Kablaze and vv828.
Kablaze breaks. It's just vv828, but Whitecat breaks. It's Dust Ice versus vv828 right now. Kablaze finds another break, but Swaggy Swagster does as well. Double break for Germany. It
breaks everywhere.
It's vv828 versus Dust Ice on the slow
section.
Dust
Ice goes down. vv828 holds.
vv828.
And we're entering the final third of the map.
vv828, the ultimate final boss of Osu tournament play. You know him. You know what he's capable of, and he's putting in that performance. He finally breaks, but that 700 combo was so big. There's no combo anywhere. 220 on Swaggy Swagster is now gone. There's no combo on a single player. 150 is the biggest combo anywhere.
The US running away. They're checking out.
The United States,
so many misses.
Okinamo breaks. It's just Dust Ice versus Kablaze right now. It doesn't do anything for Germany. Kablaze is just maintaining the lead that the United States already has. Dust Ice is shaking.
He's making it through these streams.
And down he goes again.
And there it goes. That might have done it.
Wavering through the streams. Kablaze holds through the sliders as well. Finally breaks. There's no combos on anyone to do anything.
The United States are closing in on what's going to be a historic moment if they can cap it off. Looking for the first ever standard three-peat in World Cup history.
There's a three-way miss from Germany. Rising, Okinamo, Dust Ice all breaking.
There's no combos. The score lead is going towards the United States still. It is more than 100,000, and it's locking there. Swaggy Swagster finds a break, but it doesn't matter because Whitecat and vv828 are matching each other.
The match combo.
Still holding with that 500 combo. Whitecat is there, but Germany, they're really far behind, and they don't have enough time.
The United States would have to completely fall apart. They would have to completely fall apart at the ending here for anything to happen. Whitecat's trying to make it work, but as long as vv828 holds, it doesn't matter. Kablaze is backing him up. Fancy Lad is backing.
There's resets on Germany. There's Rising and Dust Ice breaking. That just did it, I'm fairly sure.
There's no chance.
No matter what vv828 and Whitecat do.
There's so
much. And as the map comes to a close, the US sprinting ahead with vv828, Kablaze, and Swaggy Swagster. Putting in brilliant performances. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Osu World Cup champions, once again, the United States of America.
What a performance. What a map. What a match. The final margin of victory, 110,000 points. So close from start to finish. But those combos from the United States, just keeping them ahead the whole way. vv828, Kablaze, Fancy Lad, and Swaggy Swagster all taking turns, just keeping the United States ahead and pulling out the victory. A three-peat, unprecedented in Osu standard play. And that is as well 5 out of the last 6 World Cups. The United States, historic levels of dominance, but Germany, what a match from them.
They certainly came to play today, didn't they? Able to send it to tiebreak, almost able to complete what would have been a legendary comeback. But the United States able to put the advantage in early on in the tiebreaker, and they would never look back. There are your winners and your 2020 OSU World Cup champions, the United States. Kablaze, BTMC, Swaggy Swagster, and Fancy Lad all winning it in their first ever World Cup.
What a play and a performance from the United States. We talked about it the entire tournament with a half new roster still making it work. In Germany, with their first time ever being above third place. Congratulations to them for the second place badge. The best performance for Team Germany that we have ever seen. And a very big congratulations as well to our third place team, Canada. All 3 of them will be taking home badges and a piece of the prize pool for the tournament this year. What an absolute ride the tournament has been this year. From the opening match to some absolutely insane bracket stage matches, all the way through some sweeps and tiebreakers, up to a grand finals custom map tiebreaker for both of these teams with 100,000 score difference. What more could you ask for from the OS World Cup 2020? This has been such a tournament this year.
It has. It's been an absolute joy to watch, and this whole year of World Cups has just been on another level of hype, from Taiko to Catch to Mania to Standard. This is truly just a great way to close out a fantastic year of World Cups, and there's your official podium for the 2020 OSU World Cup.
That was, man, just like Chillier said, start to finish, this tournament had it all. There were some incredible performances from so many teams, just everyone giving it their all. This entire cycle, as you said, 2020 has been such a great year for not just OSU Standard, but all the other modes. But man, what a way to close it out. Tiebreaker, grand finals, custom song for the first time ever. Big thank you to Camellia for bringing that one to us, because wow, what a song to make an epic tiebreaker.
And we actually got to see it played in the match.
The first grand finals tiebreaker since 2018, of course, that epic match. This one gonna go right up there in the annals of OSU Standard history. I think this was amazing from start to finish. Both these teams giving it everything they had.
I love how Germany came in and they just proved so many people wrong, and they gave up that early break point, but they fought the entire match, and at the very end were able to get that break point they needed to at least send it to tiebreak. A fantastic performance from them, and they've had a great year. So Germany, congratulations to your success and to your second place. It's well-deserved.
Well-deserved, an unprecedented performance from all of these teams that you see up on your screen here, between the new players and the old players, the incoming and the outgoing. This has been the tournament of the year, and the one that we all hoped that we would get. But sadly, it does have to come to an end here with the grand finals, but that doesn't mean that it is over. We will be returning next year for more of the World Cups, not just the OS World Cup, but please stay for the Catch World Cup. We have the Taiko World Cup. We have the Mania 7K and 4K World Cups for potential both of those. So plenty left for the 2021 series. But for now, that is it from us in 2020. It has been such a year. We appreciate all of those that have come out for everything.
I gotta say, real quick, we just 3-casted that. That went surprisingly well.
You gotta love it, man. That's what we're here for. This is great. I mean, the friggin' 24,000 viewers here. The epic cast, the epic match, the epic viewership. This had it all. Thank you guys for having me as well.
So what a finish. What a time. Thank you so much for joining us all together on the tiebreaker. I have been Chillier Pair. I have been joined by none other than Doland and this one guy. It has been an absolute pleasure to be your commentators this year.
As always. Well, folks, that is going to wrap it up. We've got to close stream. Staff has got to go sleep now. They've worked a lot. And we should also probably thank the tournament staff, by the way. A shout out to the tournament staff, our organizers, map poolers, referees, and fellow casters who have put in their time to help make this a great spectacle. And as well as the players, of course. All 48 countries that fielded teams for the qualifier. We thank you for your participation, and we hope to see you all next year.
With that has been it from us for 2020. Until next year, we will return. Thank you so much for watching, and we will be back in 2021.
can feel the evolution. Oh, my time no longer frozen. To me, we all the all. I don't know who I will become, but I know what I want more than ever.